This is John McCormick and welcome to another Energetics Leadership video. As always, I hope they're bringing you some value and some insight. And I'd like you to consider that there is a space between thoughts. And when one can access that space, you're in touch with higher levels of innovation, creativity, concepts, new ideas, all of that can just pop out of this space. I remember reading an article on Albert Einstein, who used to love sailing even though he couldn't swim. And he loved sailing because when he was on the water, his mind calmed down and some of his best ideas popped into his head when he wasn't thinking. So really that's what I want to address in this video. How can you as a leader access this space between thoughts? Well, as we know, there are two hemispheres of the brain, the right and the left is very analytical and the right is very creative. And the two are completely different. Now, I'm interested in the right side of the brain in this particular case because that is the space between thoughts that I'm speaking about. And that access to that space can come from the ability to be able to shift yourself from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere of your brain. Now there are many ways of doing that, and there's a lot of documented information. But if you are looking for new innovation, new creativity on a project, something like that with your business, some breakthrough results you're trying to achieve, then it's worth sitting down with your team, or even if you're with yourself, and being able to do some kind of exercise that allows you to access the right hemisphere of your brain. Now, music is one way of doing it. I know when you listen to music, it begins to shift you and puts you into that space and takes you out of all that thinking. Sometimes walking, sports, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Meditation is another way. There's a lot of ways to access that right hemisphere. And I encourage you to find a way that works for you, that you can use and develop as a way and a tool and as a way of being able to go into that space when you need it, so that you can access that space to begin to produce those kinds of exceptional results. Now, we spend most of our time in our analytical world, and we all know that's a very easy place to be. We all get paid for how well we think and how smart we are, or at least a lot of us do. But it's this creative side that we don't spend enough time in. And there's huge value in doing that. So that's really it. There's two sides of the brain. The creative side we don't use a lot. And there are methods of getting access to that. And you should seek those out, which ones work best for you, and to begin to include that into your leadership development. So I hope that's of some value, and we shall see you on the next one.